Good morning, guys. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. I'm just going to give it a minute, let you guys come on. I know a lot of you are busy on Monday mornings especially, so probably a lot of you will be catching the recording. I'm just going to check and see if we are working. So I didn't get any new questions to answer during this coaching call. But I do have a few tips, a few different things I want to talk about. We've got the giveaway. And so I'll announce the giveaway at the end. I did the, I think it's randomname.org. I put the names in. So like I said in the post earlier, you don't have to enter it. Anybody that's currently in the membership, your name goes on there and then I just draw from there. So I've got a name. I set that all up beforehand. So I'll share that at the end. And we've got some, if you saw it in the post, I'll just show you right now, some really neat prizes. So we've got, you guys know that I am not an ambassador. I'm on the advisory, I always get those mixed up. I'm on the advisory board for Samara. They made note when I was sharing it lots. I don't get paid to be on the advisory board. So they provide me with some products that I can share with you guys. So that's one of them. The kid and teen formula. You can also use it yourself. I use this lots. We'll share smoothies lots. So that's one of them to choose from. This one is depending on where you buy it, it's a $40 to $50 value, this one. So it's doctor formulated probiotics. This is another prize that you get to choose from. Hi, Lauren. Sometimes it shows me who's on and sometimes it doesn't. So it looks like it's showing me now. Good morning. So I'm just showing the prizes. We pick a winner every month from the membership. Right now, I think there is about 20 members, maybe a little bit less than that in the membership. So your chances are pretty good. So we've got the Samara, the doctor formulated probiotics. This is a high quality health food store probiotic, 50 billion, designed for women. So this is a really good one. And then we've got this is the My Kind Garden of Life. It's a collagen builder. So organic plant-based collagen builder, some support for beautiful hair, skin, and nails. Something I didn't realize. So collagen is huge. Like people taking collagen, and it is a really good protein. You can add it to your coffee. I didn't really realize that in order to make collagen, you can't just consume collagen to make collagen. So I think this is a misconception. It can really help. Like it's a healthy protein, like I said. But this is not actually collagen in here. It's the building blocks for your body to create more collagen. So the collagen to have better skin, hair, nails, as the main benefits from that. Good morning. So this is a good one as well, a quality brand. You guys might be wondering why I always have supplements to give away. It generally is, so like I said, Samara, I'm on the advisory board, so they provide me with some supplements that I can share with my community. Some of the other ones I'll do with being in the health space and being part of, I don't work for Good Natural, but I do demos for them. So the companies send me webinar, when they run webinars, they send me the information and they send them out so that I can try it out and then I can let you guys know if I like it or not. So that's where I get a lot of these supplements from, and I like to be able to share it with you guys, the members. So that's a fun thing. I love giving them away every month. So that's what we're going to be continuing on with for 2019, the monthly giveaways for members. There is one thing that I've thought about doing for starting in January. And I'd love to know, maybe I'll do a poll in the group, or if you guys want to post here, if you're watching live or if you're watching the recording, to instead of just drawing from the members in the group, if I had extra incentive to create more of an active community in the membership. And if you get an extra draw for every post or possibly even every comment, but maybe even every post, like if you want to post your the smoothie that you're drinking or the supper that you're eating, then that gets you an extra, your name, an extra entry into the draw for that month. So I don't know, I thought that would be fun because it would create like more of a community feel in the membership. But we'll see. We could even try it for a month and see how it goes too. So I thought that would be fun. So we'll announce the winner at the end of this live video. I wrote down some things. I'm going on like 4 hours of sleep, so I can't say it's my kid's fault or anything. Usually that's the case. But I think I've just been going and going and going, that my cortisol, my adrenals are just running so much. And then it's kind of been the last like three days that I'm just kind of like, I've got that high cortisol going, which is not good. Like right now I'm kind of like tired but wired. So hopefully I'm not all over the place. I think I said this on my last live as well last week. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I need to chill out a little bit. I think it's the busyness of the holidays, the coffee probably. I need to slow down on that a little bit too. But yeah, I was just wide awake. I got up and watched the Kardashians. I don't know if you guys watched the Kardashians, but they were talking about, I think Kanye had said something on TMZ. So then I had to look on TMZ because I missed that and see what he said. So that was like a 45-minute thing. Anyways, yeah, I'm going on like 4 hours of sleep today. So I hope you guys are doing good. Hopefully the busyness of the holidays isn't getting to you. Hopefully you guys are all getting ready for Christmas. I've got a couple presents to get still, so that kind of feels good. Most of that is done. Okay, so let's dive in. So I wrote out, just so I could stay on track, I wrote out some of the different things I wanted to talk about. Like I said, we didn't have any new questions come in. I'll just give you guys a reminder, if you ever have questions, part of the benefit of the membership is that I'm accessible. Occasionally I'll get members sending me a message, different issues that they're dealing with. So it can be sort of like a mini consult via email, via Facebook message. Sometimes I'll keep your name anonymous if you're okay with this, and then I'll talk about that during a coaching call within the membership. So yeah, anytime you have, if it's a little question, if it's a big issue, obviously I can't dive fully into it without knowing your full history and things like that, but I can probably give you a lot of suggestions. So being in the membership, I'm fully accessible if you ever have any questions. So I encourage that. I love to know what you guys are struggling with so that I know what to talk about, maybe what to add into the membership, things like that. So maybe I will mention in our new resources for this month in the membership. And I think I'm just going to try this out. I don't think I can do this. I can switch this around. So it's got a bit of a glare. Let's see. That's not really helping. Oh, see if I can make it brighter. Okay, so in the membership, and also I want to say welcome to our new members. We've got some new yearly members in the membership. So welcome, guys, and I hope that you've had a chance to look around and kind of know where everything is. If you have any questions, let me know. So here, I'll just do a quick overview. Monthly sections, this is where I personally go to most of the time. Maybe I'll click on it and go to December. So in the monthly sections is all of our current meal plans. Most of them are brand new. Some of them, especially lately, I've been sort of recycling meal plans because there's some really great ones that maybe were from like March, April, May that we haven't had in there for a long time. So we're doing some of those again, are our featured meal plans. So I think there's over 50 meal plans. So if there's a plan that you aren't really loving, then, sorry, it's not more clear, then go back and find one that you love. So, yep, and then it's freezing up on me. So here is at the end of the December section, it's also in the monthly focus section, is our happy healthier holidays guide. So normally every month we'll do a new challenge, a new focus. This month I wanted to keep it a little bit more simple and just give you guys tips and recipes for the holidays. I know everybody's busy. It's not our main focus right now for a lot of us is diet, and there's a lot of other things going on. And then I know January is gonna be a lot of fun. We've got stuff planned, and that's when we all have like so much motivation. So this month is all about healthy holidays. I want you to enjoy and indulge the season, but I don't want you to go through the holidays feeling tired, bloated, or to add on the common holiday pounds. It's a season of enjoying friends, family, and good food and drinks. So here are some delicious yet Mama Recharge approved holiday favorites. So let's click on there. So that's up and running now. I won't spend too much time here, but here's some resources. This, I put in kind of all of my favorite resources. So this one here, if you can see it okay, let me go over here. That's better. So this has some of my favorite treats. So these are treats that I've been loving for this. This post was actually from 2014. There's some activities and stuff in there, but if you click on that, it'll take you to the post of lots of like easy, healthier holiday treats. Here is our new ebook, our new membership ebook. So this isn't shared with anybody else. This is just for the membership. So you can click on that. It's about probably 20 recipes, some desserts, some like main course dishes, all gluten-free, dairy-free, low processed food or no processed food in it. And then this is one that I created and shared with the entire community, but it's easily accessible here. So this is another thing with the membership. I'll scroll back. So let's go back to the home page. Is that we've got all of the resources here. Mama Recharge ebook vault. I'm going to add more of our ebooks in here. Some of them are in. So if you're wanting to find that, and if it was sent to your email, this is an easier way to access it. It'll always be there. There's also some of our other ebooks in here. So there's a lot of resources. Sometimes it can seem overwhelming at first. You know what, while we're here, maybe I'll share some tips too. So one thing I wanted to talk about, hi Danielle. Another thing I wanted to talk about too was how to make the membership work for you. So I've had some moms in the past say that one thing that they struggle with is actually sort of implementing these meal plans, which is really common. We're not used to looking on maybe a Sunday or even every morning looking at our meal plan. So it's so easy to just forget about it. So first thing I would say, if you can try to make, like even if you have a scheduler, a planner, try to put that in your planner that like every Saturday, every Friday, you're going to look at your meal plan. You're going to choose if you're going to do the current one, if you're going to do a past one, and you're going to pick what you're going to do. And then from that meal plan, maybe I'll open up one of these. Decide if you want to do the full meal plan, if you want to, what I personally do, so this is what I personally do, usually on Fridays or Saturdays, I'll look at it and I'll decide, am I going to do that meal plan this week or am I going to follow a different one? So let's look at this one. Generally, I like to follow the current meal plan, just to keep things easier. So I'll follow that one, then I look at it. Most of them are 7-day meal plans. Some of them are 5-day, and then they'll have sort of like free days where you can just eat leftovers. I prefer doing, and I've mentioned this before, I prefer planning out about 4 to 5 meals. And here you'll notice some of them are leftovers. So when it's grayed out, that means it's leftovers. So I generally find, like, my husband's not always here for suppers. Maybe you sometimes work during suppers. I know some of you are shift workers, just like my husband, and you just want to have leftovers, or you just want to have easy stuff. So then so say you're going to do this, you decide you're going to follow this meal plan, and then customize it to your needs. So you can follow some people like to just have a supper plan, have all your groceries shop for that, and maybe you do okay with maybe you have a healthy breakfast, a go-to breakfast that you love, or you've got some healthy snacks like easy fruit and vegetables or nuts and seeds, things like that, and you just want to follow the supper plan. If that works for you, then go ahead and do that. For me, so I said I like to plan about 4 suppers. So usually I'll get rid of maybe 1. So this week I got rid of this one, and then I planned for this one, this one, this one, and this one, and I got the groceries. So I omitted the groceries that I needed for that, and I got the groceries for the rest. And then some nights, if you follow the Insta stories, some nights I just see what's in the fridge, just do up something easy. So make it work for you. So like I said, if you have certain breakfasts, like you don't have to always follow this exact. If that works for you, sometimes that can be easier, because you do have at the end, do we have it on this one? Most of them have a daily prep guide. So you could even print this out if you've got access to a good printer. Print this out, and that makes it even easier. So if you want to have, like, you don't want really to have any thinking involved in it, you want to have it all so that you're going to make sure that you follow it, then do the entire meal plan exactly, follow this. But I know that's not always real life, and that's not always what I do. So you can say, for example, you have certain breakfasts you like, or you want to just kind of do the same easy breakfasts all the time. You can even go to our recipe database and have a look at different breakfast ideas and choose from there. I like to keep breakfast fairly similar all the time just to keep things easier. And then snack ideas, you can look at the recipe database for snack ideas or the meal plans. So yeah, make it work for you. So like I said before, try to set out time, especially until it becomes a habit. Here, maybe I should turn this around now so you guys can see me. I'm just gonna get back to my spot. So yeah, if you're finding that you are, let me turn this around. I like to sit in front of the window because the lighting is so much better generally. If you find that you are struggling because you're like, for maybe a month or a few weeks, you forget to even use the meal plans, then that's pretty common, and it's just that you have to change your habits. We're so used to not having meal plans to follow. So yeah, if you can make a focus on that for a while, maybe put it in your planner for on a Saturday, check it out, and then maybe even every morning. You guys know that I'm huge on having that morning time to yourself, sort of plan out your day a little bit. So that's what I do. I'll look at the plan for that day, and I'll just sort of have, like, it takes me just like a couple minutes. I know what I'm going to be eating, so I'll either look at that prep guide, I'll know what I need to bring out from the freezer, have that out, or I know I have some snack ideas, I know what I'm going to have for lunch. So that is huge for sticking with the meal plan. Hi, Jalen. So we're just talking about that there's a lot of moms, especially that just when they're just joining the membership, they want to follow the meal plan but struggle to follow it, and that's often because it's not part of our routine. So just some tips there. So got a couple other things I wanted to talk about. So I mentioned the new resources in there. So this month we've got the holiday favorites, both in the monthly focus, and if you scroll to the bottom of the December. Anybody new, or if you guys are wondering, you'll notice that January, February in the monthly sections has nothing populated in it. That's because our membership only started in March. So that will get populated as we go into those months. So from March to now is populated with monthly focuses and meal plans. But just in case you're wondering why those aren't there. You know what? Speaking of January, I might as well talk about this. We have some fun stuff coming up in the membership for in January. So for the rest of this month, it's mainly just the tips on different recipes. You know, I want you guys to be able to indulge a little bit. I don't want you to feel deprived. Actually, I'll get back to that. I have some different tips for the holidays. So I'm going to jump over to what's coming up in January. I'm really excited for January. I get so pumped up with the new year, with all that motivation. I love goal setting. I love planning. I love changing, New Year's resolutions. I hope you guys are the same way too. So I think January is going to be a lot of fun with all that. Everybody wanting to really get back on track. So in January, I've tentatively got it scheduled for January 1st. It's a five days to lasting change challenge. I think that we're just going to have that for members only. It's a really fun one. I did a version of this last year, and we dive a lot into mindset. So before you start making changes, really getting into the New Year's resolutions, it's important to take a step back or to pause a little bit and look at mindset, look at goals. Part of that at the end is sort of like a dream board or vision board, kind of like a party thing last year we did. I think it was like at 7:00, and we did a live, and you could either just kind of watch, follow along, and if you want to do a vision board, you can do it on your own, or you can do your vision board at the same time. So that was a lot of fun. And then for the 4 days before, I've got different topics because mindset is so huge. So it's generally on mindset and goal setting and things like that, different tips and tricks. And that's huge. That's like the first part to making a big change and to sticking with it. So it's a lot of fun. I've got each day there's sort of like a little workbook, a little video, and then we've got that live at the end. So I'm excited for that. And like I said, I think that's going to be a members only thing this year. So that'll be fun to do that sort of in our private community. And then after that, so a couple weeks after that, sort of mid-January, will be our method program. So our 4-week method program. A lot of you are in that. So if you're a yearly member, a yearly subscriber, that's a bonus with that. You have access to the 4-week Mama Recharge method program. Some of you joined on last year on our first run of it, and then you joined on as beta testers for this program. So some of you are already in that. Actually, I want to mention one other thing. This is something I decided this morning. So we had our yearly membership special on for Black Friday. And I still have that Black Friday page active. I kind of just realized the other day I haven't taken it down. And I thought, because that method program is so helpful in figuring out if, what the ideal way to eat is for you, if you do have issues with gluten, dairy, other things. It's sort of like a really good starting point with this membership. And we go through sort of dive into different areas. And also you can, unless you started as a beta tester, you can save money by joining on for the yearly. So I decided, I'll give you guys that price until, if you change your mind, you want to join on, instead of being a monthly member, you want to join on as a yearly member. You can get that Black Friday special price until Tuesday night. So I want to give you one last chance at it. I'm not going to share this this is just for Mama Recharged membership members only. So if you want to give yourself a Christmas present, you want to join on for the entire year, it's $120 for the year. So that's $10 a month. Like I said, if you're a beta tester and you've already been in the membership, then it probably doesn't matter to you. Good morning, Jalen. But if not, this is a way to save money. And I also thought too, right now it's a little bit tricky. There's so much expenses, and that might be something that's holding you guys back, or holding anybody back. If you are wanting to join, get the method program as a bonus and have the support for the whole year, that is just too much to spend right now. So let me know if you want to do two payments of $60. I didn't want this call to be talking about the yearly membership, but I thought I should mention this just in case, because I want you guys to be able to save money and to be able to stick with us and make changes. But if it's a struggle right now to do the $120, if you want to pay $60 now and then $60 after 6 months, I can set that up as well. So again, I decided just this morning, I'll offer this to you guys one more time. Until Tuesday, you can get that discounted price. It is going to go up. I know I said this before, and then I kind of forgot to take down that sales page. It's going to go up to $250 for the year after that. So just let me know if you're interested in that, or if you have questions at all. So you can save money and you can get in on the method program that we're doing in January. So I won't talk too much about the method program, or I'll leave that for now. But let me know if you have any questions. So I'm just going to see what else. I've got a few different things I want to talk about. I just don't want to miss. So what's coming up? I started talking about that. So I want you to enjoy your holidays. Try to eat cleaner versions if you can. Something I find that helps is following recipes that are like the ones that are in the holiday drink guide, or the new guide that I just posted, the Healthy Holidays guide in the Mama Recharged membership. Follow recipes like that. I find that you can indulge, you can feel like you're indulging, you can enjoy treats, but then they leave you feeling good. They don't leave you feeling like tired and bloated and just feeling crappy. So that's personally what I do. I indulge. I eat a few more sweets like every day. Around this time, I'll have one of those holiday drinks, or I'll have like a holiday treat, but I don't feel guilty about it because my body can handle it a lot more, and it's nourishing still. What else did I want to say? So January 1st is our 5 days to lasting change method program coming up after that. flash sale right now that I just kind of decided. So if you guys were thinking about that, then send me a message. Something, and I've mentioned this before, and I said that I would look into this in January. I'm just gonna have a sip. Is with these monthly coaching calls, I've kind of been going back and forth, like how are these most effective? What would you guys like to see in these coaching calls? And now that I'm doing every Thursday in the entire Mama Recharged community, I'm doing a different topic. Before I was doing those topics just in the membership. Now I'm doing those topics. So we have a little bit more, I can dive into other things in the membership. So I'm going to look at I'm not sure if I'll be able to do this for January or February. And I mentioned this before, but anybody new, wellness. So included wellness consultation for one person in the membership. So kind of like the giveaway, I'll pick one person each month. If you want to have a wellness consult done on you, included in the membership, so it's not going to cost you anything extra. And I send you my forms that I got from my Canadian School of Natural Nutrition, comprehensive forms, so I can kind of figure out what's going on. I can see your symptoms, I can see your history, and give you sort of a little report on that. And then one thing that's fun about that, like I can keep your name anonymous, and then during our monthly coaching call, then I can sort of talk about that, because a lot of the recommendations, I found this in the past when I did consultations, a lot of the recommendations for one person are very similar to other people. And that's partly why I turned this membership, turned my focus into memberships, because often it's very similar. Sometimes there's differences, but often it's very similar things that people need to add in or cut out, I find. So yeah, that's something that I have an idea for coming up in the new year. Next, I will go on to some tips and tricks for the winter months, the holidays. So right now, the weather's really getting cold. It's really dry in the air. So I wanted to give you guys, I need this reminder myself. This is something that's been in my mind. I'm noticing just like a lot of dryness, like dry lips, sinuses feel dry, especially when you wake up. I'm curious if you guys are noticing this as well. This is a good time to watch your water intake to make sure you're drinking enough water. I can easily get just drinking too much coffee during the day, which can be dehydrating. You're getting that fluid in, but you're getting rid of that fluid just as quick, so it's not hydrating you at all, and it can do the opposite. So if you can try to get in more water, one tip with this, so I personally have a glass of water. This has become my routine. As soon as I wake up, before I have coffee, I have to have a glass of water. So that's been saving me the last little while, because I have been really bad with drinking water throughout the day. So my trick that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to set out a jug on my counter, and I'm going to put a certain amount of water in there. I don't know, I'll start with maybe like a 1 liter jug and make sure I get through that. Probably do a couple, I think it's between 2 to 3 liters is recommended. Everybody's different based on if you're sweating, if you're working out, things like that. But just so I can see how much water I'm drinking, it's a reminder on the counter. It's there that I should drink more water. So that's going to be my trick. It's so important for energy, for skin health, for, just for everything, for immune health. Energy is a big one. So make sure you're getting enough water. Try that tip. And then another thing too to focus on is vitamin D. Vitamin D and vitamin K2. So vitamin D is really important. A lot of us know this in the winter to get that vitamin D in. I personally take anywhere from 4,000 to 5,000 IUs. So that's 4 to 5 pills. The general recommendation is 1,000, but I think they're finding that 1,000 IUs of vitamin D doesn't really have, in studies, it doesn't really make a difference. And then vitamin K2 is sort of a new thing. It's a fairly cheap supplement, so vitamin D is cheap as well. So I buy the two. They work together on how they absorb in the body. So if you take vitamin K2 as well as vitamin D, you're going to absorb that a lot better. Another thing in the winter is fish oil. So if you're feeling that dryness, dry skin, dry lips, maybe even lower energy, getting sick a lot more, fish oil is another thing. Actually, omega-3s. So if you can get it, if you're eating sardines, salmon, a lot of us don't eat sardines, I know they're not the tastiest. If you're eating salmon once a week at least, then that's great. But I myself find I'm not eating enough of that stuff. So even flax seeds, it's not as absorbable, but it's great for omega-3 ground flax seeds. So that's why I take a fish oil supplement. I give it to my kids as well. So in the summertime, I should be taking in the summertime as well, but in the winter, just to keep everything kind of hydrated, and it's good for overall health. But so that's something that I make sure I take as well. A couple other tips to make life easier, especially during this busy December, this busy month. Make life easier. I already showed some tips on how to make the meal plans work for you. Another thing is even just to do like really big batches of soup or chili or something like that, to make your life easier. I think I talked about that a little bit in our live last week. But yeah, if you're finding that you're having trouble sticking with it, you just don't have the time, then just try making big batches of stuff. Even if you're not fully following the meal plan, if you've got a few different recipes from there, and then just eat leftovers or freeze it and then bring it out for maybe, then you have a meal ready for next week or something, when you're busy. Okay, so fix that. And if you have any questions, if you're on live or you're watching the recording, type that in and I'll answer them. So, eating healthy during the holidays. Wow, I need to hydrate. Eating healthy during the holidays. So this is a tricky one because, so first of all, if you notice that you really don't do well, you've got a gluten intolerance or a dairy intolerance or something like that, if you've already determined that and you pretty much have cut out those food groups, then I would still be really careful with that for the holidays. I personally know that I really don't feel good if I have gluten, if I have dairy. If I have gluten, I really don't feel good. If I have dairy, I don't feel good the next day, but I get bad acne, different symptoms with different things. So I cut that out 100%. So I'll give you, if you guys are in that same boat, I'll give you some tips. If you're not 100% gluten or dairy free, for example, I've got some other tips for you. So 100% gluten free, it can be tricky with the family dinners and all that. So what I personally do, I've been this way for about 6 years now. So my family has learned that that I really, like, it's not good for my health to have that. But I don't want it to be like a hassle or anything for them. So I always will, generally we mostly just kind of go to my in-laws or my parents' house. So they have a really good idea. It can be a little bit trickier if you're going to a friend's house. Maybe they aren't really aware that you're gluten-free or dairy-free. That can get a little bit trickier. So for the case of family members, if I'm going to eat there, then I offer to bring a dish. And instead of bringing like dessert or something, I'll bring a dish where I know that they don't have to cater to me with all their dishes. If there isn't really much else for me to eat, then at least I can eat that dish that I brought. And that might feel like, well, I want to enjoy the holidays. For me, it's more enjoyable to feel good than to eat, whatever, and then feel like crap. So again, if you aren't 100% gluten dairy free, then you can have a little bit more leeway there. So yeah, I'll bring a dish for myself. Often that'll be maybe I love like a Brussels sprout dish with maybe some bacon and toasted nuts, things like that in there. And then usually there's like turkey or ham or something that I can eat. My family is really good. There'll be like a potato or something. Actually, both my mom and my mother-in-law, if they're doing a dish, so that, say my mom, she has like a cauliflower dish that's got cheese and some sort of crumble, maybe it's got like a bread and crumble on it. She'll cook that cauliflower, and then before she does all the other stuff, she'll take out some just plain cauliflower for me. I'll drizzle on some olive oil and salt and pepper or something, and I still enjoy it. Like, I don't feel deprived. But at least then I've got some different things to eat. So, and then usually the meat, like the turkey or the ham or something, usually that's fine to eat. You might have to watch with the gravy. So yeah, I still enjoy a really nice meal. But I stick with I can feel really good the next day. I stick with the gluten and dairy free. So if you still eat a little bit of gluten, you maybe haven't done sort of the Mama Charged method or an elimination diet, so maybe you're not sure and you still consume a little bit of it, then I wouldn't be as strict with it. In that case, some tips would be like to continue, if you want to not overindulge, you want to make sure that you're still feeling good. Just watch your portion size. We can so easily, like I've totally been there, eat way too much and you feel like crap. Watch the sweets, watch the breaded, the deep fried stuff. I still want you to indulge. And in that case, so say it's like an evening, it's appetizer thing, take maybe a somewhat healthier appetizer, or if it's an evening thing, like have before you go, have a smoothie or have some nuts. Have something before to fill you up that's nourishing, so that you're not feeling like you're gonna, like, you know, eat all the chips or eat all the deep fried stuff. That can help there. And just always remember about like how it's gonna make you feel. I find that's the best motivator, is just how you're gonna feel. If it's about calories, then I find that's not as big of a motivator if it's about weight loss. But if you think about how you're gonna feel, like tomorrow, do you want to feel good? Then that's a big help. What else did I want to say? So yeah, fill up on a nourishing smoothie or soup or nuts or something before. Another thing is, if you are going to be indulging, and I do want you to indulge a little bit, if you can make your focus, so it's not until the evening, your holiday parties or your dinners or whatever, just focus on getting in some healthy food earlier in that day. So if you are getting in maybe a smoothie, maybe you're getting in like a nice hearty salad or soup, or even some healthy supper leftovers or some raw veggies at snack, focus on if you can get in some nourishing foods that are going to make you feel good, keep you feeling good, then that can help too. And then you don't feel quite as bad eating some less than healthy things in the evening. Another thing for alcohol drinks, I indulge a little bit as well. One thing I've researched is, if you're a red wine fan, then this is good news. If you consume a glass or two of red wine with your supper or after your supper, it's actually can help your I think it is your insulin, your blood sugar. It actually can be helpful. So red wine is actually shown to be one of the better alcohols to consume in terms of blood sugar, insulin, things like that. So enjoy a glass of red wine. That's probably one of the healthiest ones. Some other things, if you're just going to kind of like have a drink to sip on, the vegan eggnog is a really nice one during the holidays. Then I'll add some rum to that. Some spiced rum in there is really good. It can be, if you're drinking that like all night, if it's a party, that can be a little bit too much, a little bit too filling. But if it's just sort of like one glass or two glasses to sip on, actually probably one glass, it's pretty rich to have a couple glasses, then that's really nice. And that's something I enjoy as well. What else? Another thing too, in the beginning I was talking about make the membership work for you, and you can follow it, how, like, I'll send out a new meal plan that is our focused meal plan for that week. You can follow that exactly, or you can go back, find your favorite meal plans, follow that, customize those plans for yourself if you'd like. Another thing is, make sure you're looking through all the different resources. There's so many resources there. For example, say you're going away in January or February on a vacation, so you want to really dial it in. We do have some, like a 21-day slim down, 21-day meal prep program. I think it's the 21-day spring. There's a couple really good ones in there. I find that those plans are really good. So even if it's like the spring meal prep program, you can do that any time of year. It's not, most of the recipes in there are good for any time of the year. So, and ones like that, it'll be, you maybe make a soup on the week 1, and then week 2 or week 3, you bring it out from the freezer. So it's kind of neat. It makes things a little bit easier, and it really helps to dial it in. So we'd even have, so say you're going on vacation, you want to try to lose a few pounds. There is, I can't remember which month it is, but it's the Slim Down to Summer month. And there's workouts in there, and then there's the slim down. I think it's a summer slim down program. So feel free, if you like the recipes in there, feel free to follow that. So that's kind of fun. There's meal plans, like the slow cooker plan is a fun one for in the winter. So make sure you're noticing all those resources in there. What else did I want to say? I think that is mostly it. I didn't have any questions this month. Oh, I'm gonna announce the winner of the supplement. So we've got those 3 to choose from. With the giveaways, we're gonna have, hopefully we'll have even more choices in the future. We'll have different things. So yeah, I love that. So I might as well announce it now. I just want to think if there was anything. Oh, one thing I wrote down here. If you noticed in my email yesterday, it said video and it said November coaching call. So I forgot to change the subject line on that. I'm just kind of all over the place right now. So I forgot to change that. So you guys probably realized that was a mistake. I just wanted to make note of that there was no video in there and it should have read December. I think that's about it. So yeah, watch for the rest of the month. I'll be sharing either in the membership group or the main page, sharing some of my holiday recipes, hopefully giving you guys ideas and inspiration and all that. But I think that's about it. And I want you guys to have, enjoy your holidays, and we're gonna really get motivated, get back on track in January. Enjoy trying out all the different healthier holiday treats. There's so many to choose from. I'm going to do the protein gingerbread cookies pretty soon. I don't think I've shared that one. I maybe have shared that one. It's in the holiday guide that I just posted. So the winner of one of our full-size supplements is Patty Skurzik. I think I'm saying your last name right. So Patty, congrats. So I will be contacting you. You get to choose which supplement you want. And for the rest of you, watch for the coming months, and you have a chance to win one of the giveaways as well in the coming months. So I'm going to leave that with reminding you that great cookies. Awesome. So you tried them. Good. If you do want to switch to the save and switch to the yearly, you'll have access for the whole year and access to the method program. That I opened that up again until Tuesday night. And if anybody wants to do if you're finding that's too much of a payment right now for December, you can do the $60. Just message me and I'll get you set up. You can do the 2 payments of $60. So $60 now, and then in 6 months, $60 if you want to do that. So I want you guys to be able to do that method program because I'm passionate about that it's super helpful, and to have that full year of support so that we can make 2019 a really good year where we make a lot of changes. You guys have seen my story. I made huge changes about 6 years ago, and it's really changed my life. So I didn't want this coaching call to be all about that, but I wanted to give you guys that opportunity before the price goes up for real. I forgot to change it, so it goes up to $250 for the year after this. I'll probably have a little bit of a sale right before our method starts, but it's not going to be even close to that. It'll just be a few bucks off. So if you want to do that, then let me know. It can be your present to yourself. I do that with workout programs or gym memberships. I tell my husband, can this be my present to myself? So that's the best type of present I find. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope you're enjoying the membership. Any tips or suggestions or anything you want to see in it, I've got lots of ideas for the next year, for the next few months. I'm going to be continually adding on new things to make this effective, to make it fun. Our community, I can see it growing and growing, and it's just going to be, and especially with the different things I'm going to add in there to make it a more active community. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So thanks for watching, guys. I see Jalen and Danielle on there. I think you guys are on there still. It's hard to see, but have a good day and happy holidays. Bye, guys.